Back with Robert Klinkenbeard, doing a final video together, assessing the talent of the people in our company. I know that this is something that we question, have discussions around, how talented is this individual, but more importantly, how do we determine that talent? And what Robert has for us is an actual assessment that we can take a look at. So walk us through that.
Yeah, no problem, Chris. This is a really simple exercise, but really effective, and just a quick way of figuring out who the talent are on your team. Now, obviously, this needs to be done in discretion, because if you're scoring your team members, you don't want them to necessarily see this. But what you have up here is your core values. So if you're not living your core values, if you're way down here, you're going to score pretty low. But if they're living their core values, coming into work every day and just living, breathing those core values, you're that type of person that you would send to any part of the world to represent your company. You're going to score pretty high here. Now, down the bottom, which hopefully you'll see, but we're going to send out a sheet that gives us some more description. But along the bottom, again, same thing, where further down to my right is how productive they are in the company. So again, are they coming into the company? Are they busting their ass every single day? Are they going above and beyond just to take care of their clients, or just helping their teammates? So you're going to score pretty high along here. So let me give you an example. So I'm going to take you, Chris, as the first example.
I'm up. Let's do it. Assess me, baby.
Chris is working for my company. He comes in, he's got a pretty poor attitude. He, is late into work, about 2-3 days a week, sloppy dresser. And then, coming to work, he'll sit at his desk, you'll maybe get 30-40% productivity for him. So I would go up here, say fairly low, living the core values, maybe a 30% score in the production. So I'd put down Chris's name right here as being a C player. Now you've got someone like Scott, total rock star. He's he's living the core values. He's really smartly dressed. He's just just representing the company really good. But he's also he's working maybe 12 hours a day, and just doing really high productive work. He's bringing in a bunch of clients, taking care of the clients. He's got a huge following out there. So I'd probably score Scott away up here, up in the A level. So what you do is you go through your, your top tier executive team, and you score where they land on those 4 boxes. And then also middle managers can do that for the team below them. But what you'll find is maybe 6 people, you'll plot them out. And what I typically see here is the goal is to try and have 80% of people on your executive team up in this box here. Now, you can't necessarily rest on your laurels, because you've got to take care of your A players. So you've got to look after them in terms of what motivates them. Is it money? Is it other types of benefits? Is it just giving them some type of goal, whether you send them away for some type of retreat? So you've got to make sure you retain your A players. So once you get that 80% of your A players there, then you've got to retain them. Look at ways of what motivates your A team. Now, your B players, they're still performing well. They're living the core values. Maybe they could do a little bit better with their production. So, you go through someone like John Pike's talent assessment, and you figure out what do you need to try and get these people from a B up to an A? What type of development plan do you need? Is it extra coaching, one-on-one coaching? Do you send them away for some type of courses? So what do you need to get them up to an A? So you try and work that out, and then just work that into your training plan for the year. Now, your BC players, again, they're living somewhat the core values. They're being pretty productive in your work. So those are the people that are typically 50-50. You really got to look at them carefully, look at their history, how long they've been with the company. Are they really producers for you? So your BC people are typically your 50-50 decision, where you put that time and effort in to try and then get them up to a B and then eventually an A player. Is it worth that? Or do you rip the Band-Aid and you know, allow them to part ways with your company? And then finally, your C players, they should be gone. So, Chris, I'm really sorry, but you know, you're going to have to leave.
I'm out. I've been ousted.
Clear your desk. But yeah, C players, it's not worth the time and effort. They're not living the core values, low production. Just rip that Band-Aid off, part ways, and then just, you know, find your A player. Try and get somebody in as quickly as possible.
What I like about it is, you know, I've been in discussions where we're evaluating someone in the company, whether we should coach them up or, you know, get them out. And a lot of times it can be around kind of opinions and so forth. This is actually an exercise, a model that we can use. So rather than throwing around, well, what about this? What about that? I feel like it actually focuses the conversation so that everyone having that discussion can be working off a similar framework and philosophy for making the decision. So that's why I like this rather than it just kind of being a verbal debate. So good stuff. The attachment is below in the comment section for this as well. And Robert, it's just good. It's just good, practical exercises. This is why I love scaling up. And man, this is why I love having you in the group, because this is stuff that we can take and implement immediately into our business. So man, appreciate your time.
No,
and Robert, we'll talk to you later.
Cool. Thank you, Chris.